So, there once was this wasp that lived in a jungle. This was not your ordinary wasp, though he was smart, philosophical even. One day, he finally got fed up with his repetitive, insignificant life and decided that he would leave his hive, his family, his entire close-knit wasp community, and he would go out into the world and make something of himself, just like humans do. So, the wasp enrolls in school and passes with flying colors. Remember, this is a very smart wasp. He gets his high school diploma in a little under 3 years with a 4.0. Right? After high school, believe it or not, the wasp gets accepted to Harvard. Harvard. This too proves to be no challenge for our hero as he graduates in just 2 years again, a 4.0, on the dean's list and all that. Not to mention all the clubs and sports he was in. Newspaper, rowing, student government, and the fact that he was by far the most popular student on campus. Even his professors looked up to him. He goes on to get 2 PhDs. When he finishes his education, the wasp faces a bit of a dilemma. How does he apply his knowledge now? Where does he go from here? So he decides to try out politics. After all, he was popular throughout school, did well in Harvard government. So he runs for mayor. He wins in a landslide. He greatly reforms the city, fixing virtually all its major problems. He runs for governor and again wins in a landslide. 2 years later, the presidential election was coming up. The wasp decides he might as well go for it. And what do you know? He wins in the largest landslide in U.S. history. His presidency goes exceedingly well, loved by both parties, and has the highest approval ratings in history. He also finds the cure for cancer, AIDS, broken hearts while in the White House. After 8 years. Yes, of course he was reelected. The time has come for him to leave his office. Even his successors are saddened by the wasp's departure. But they all know it's what must be done. Back in his vacation home in California, his first day after leaving office, the wasp looks back on his long and fruitful life. He realizes that he hasn't been back to his hive at all since that first day he left. He suddenly feels a twang of guilt as he realizes how much he misses his parents and his little brother, so he heads back to the hive, looking more worn out than he even remembers. He goes inside and greets his family, who are overjoyed at the sight of him. He talks about how his life is gone as his family listens in wonderment. Eventually, he decides he's thirsty, so he decides to visit the old watering hole that he once remembered. By the time he gets there, though, there's an extremely long line. He decides it's worth the wait, so he gets in line. 1 hour, 2 hours. This is the slowest moving line he's ever seen. Eventually, he calculates that it could be a few days before he gets to the front of the line, so he decides it's not worth it. He decides to go get some cider to drink instead. But what do you know? Another huge line of people waiting for cider. And he remembers one other drinking area that never had a long line, the fruit punch. So he gets to go get punch. He arrives, and lo and behold, there's no punch line.
Oh my God, Colton.